my name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So I quite like Netflix. I used to like Netflix anyway. Netflix went a bit weird recently. Went a bit like, oh, you know what? You know those kids? They look sexy. You know, like, let's sexualize children. A bit groomy. Not really for me. Although they've got a lot of stuff going on that I like. But they kind of realize they're in trouble when everybody stops subscribing, and they fired all the weirdos working for them. All those purple-haired weirdos now out on the street. But however, their legacy will remain for a good couple of years yet. as we're beginning to see with trailers for the new content they're putting out. Please excuse me, I still got this cough, I can't shake it. So this week is Netflix Geek Week or something, where they're dropping lots of geeky trailers, and we got a trailer for Sandman, Neil Gaiman Sandman. It's gonna be a tricky one for me to watch, and not for the reasons that you might think, right? I don't go, oh look, there's a black person when it used to be a white. I'm up for that. I'm up for that. My reservations are, based on this trailer, right? Based on this trailer, which I think come through in this trailer reaction, okay? Which is, it seems like tokenism. Tokenism is really a thing that white liberal creators really like, and it doesn't matter how smart they are. If it's Neil Gaiman, he's still a white liberal creator. He really likes tokenism, and it seems to be quite a lot of it in this adaptation, which otherwise looks absolutely gorgeous, right? Absolutely freaking gorgeous. So you will see my ecstasy and my agony as we go through this trailer. This is from my live stream I did last night. Before we get into it, like, share, subscribe, comment. All those things are good. YouTube are throttling my account like crazy, so if you could help me out and subscribe, that'd be great. If you subscribe, make sure you're still subscribed. Comment is good. Sharing, okay? YouTube loves sharing videos. I don't know why. That's their cause du jour of the day. So sign up to my Substack. If you ever don't see me put out, if you ever see me not put out comment, right? If you ever don't see me not put out comment for a day, that means I've been banned. I'm either on my alternative channel, I'm going to be on Rumble. If you don't, listen, can we all move over to Rumble? That'd be fantastic. I'd love a bit of Rumble. As a like, share, subscribe, comment, sign up my Substack. All those things are good. Fine. I think we completed all that. Let me hand over to myself from a scant 14, 15 hours ago. And may I say, when I look at myself and pass, I go, damn. I'm a damn attractive man. I am a damn attractive man. You may think the same thing too. So let me hand over to me. The Sandman. Make sure the cute is one. Now, this is very 2020. So I don't know how to really process this one, right? Because I love the Sandman comic, right? I love the Sandman comic. This is not the Sandman comic, and you've got to really convince yourself of that, otherwise you're going to hate it, because it's quite clearly not as good as the Sandman comic, which was very, very good, whilst at the same time looking fantastic. Right, so I'm very, very conflicted about this one, right? Because it's not the Sandman, but it's a lot of stuff that's very similar. But it's a lot of these creative decisions are being driven by the same worldview that says sending children to strip clubs is a good thing, right? It's being driven by that worldview, right? Okay. I mean, that's what you say. That's what you say. You know, sending kids to strip clubs is a good thing. Sending strippers into schools so you could teach children how to do stripper makeup to look more whorish. That's all good. I understand these strippers have penises, but you tell me there's no difference, all right? Right? So we've been through this. So I think, I'm not sure that's the best decision-making basis, but that's a decision-making engine that's driven the differences from this to the comic, right? And it looks like these differences are just going to be really... there's a fly in my head, really well. That's a decision that I think it's just going to be really, really grating. Now, I'm going to try hard to see through it, see past it, right, and take it in for what it is. But let's have a watch of it together. And I love the Sandman comic. So this opening sight looks pretty Sandman-y.
I'm the king of dreams. ruler of the nightmare realm.
The clips we've seen so far of this have been incredible, right? Here. Yeah, look. Oh my God. This is beautiful, right? This is, I mean, it nails everything the comic did and is doing it much better. I mean, the artwork, the art style wasn't my favorite for the first few issues. And the artist, you know, by the time he got to the third issue, said, listen, it's just not working, right? It's not vibing for me, right? I'm going one way, you're going another. It's not really the right fit. And I think it meant more into Dan Freiberg after that, I think that was him. And that really was much more the Sandman style until he got like the kindly ones, which was much more stylistic, but it was fine. And then the more recent ones they've done, it's been beautiful. I mean, oh man, they just got the best artists on this now. So this is beautiful, right? This is absolutely beautiful. And it makes me quite excited.
What are you doing here, Etty?
He's coming, isn't he?
Yeah, I like John Constantine. I like Jenna Coleman, right? When she was cast as Lady Joanna Constantine, I thought she was going to be Lady Joanna Constantine. I was like, okay, no problem. Built into the law. I've no problem with that. Not changing anything. Really clever, right? And yeah, I understand. You could probably say, well, if Constantine is a recurring thing and they could be male, they could be female, why can't it be Jenna Coleman? This is not Constantine, right? This is a very different character, right? But it's got annoying Constantine-esque traits, right? I mean, look, Matt Reeves really kind of owned that character. Is it Matt Reeves? I mean, look, I wouldn't say it's definitive, but he really nailed the character, right? He had the look, he had the Glenn Fabry cover nailed down. It's something different, right? It's different from the comic. Is it, again, is it good? Is it not good? It's very hard to determine, right? It's very hard to determine on its own merits. And I really want to be fair to it. But it seems to be the same decision-making process that drove gender swapping John Constantine to Joanna Constantine in this case. It's the same decision-making process that tells you that kids can go to strip clubs. Right, I saw the video. I saw of these kids at the strip club. These young kids, they're these drag queens walking around on stage in front of a neon sign that says "It won't lick itself." That's not good. That's not stunning. That's not brave, right? And that's the decision-making process that brought us Jenna Coleman. Fantastic actress, loves her a lot. I think she's going to do her best with this character. But as somebody who knows it, it's really jarring and somewhat irritating.
Yeah. Morpheus, the Aneromancer, you know, the Sandman.
Look, get Mad Hattie down perfectly. Who's that you're talking to?
It's a fairy story, Etty.
Yeah, I hate the London. Don't sound like John Constantine sounded in my head. and not be him. Right, Matt Ryan there, not Matt Reeves. Thank you, Matt Ryan. Look at this. I can't wait. It's that first issue. It's really.
He's no fairy story. He's back.
Good to know.
Right. I mean, looks like they're having a different origin, but is that? Oh God, is that what's his name? Yeah, it is. Patton Bloody Oswalt. Can't stand Patton Bloody Oswalt. Right, here's a reason not to watch. Right there.
What's he got in his hands?
Yeah, but look at that. That's a reason to watch. Oh my God. They once asked on the Family Guy, right? Would you have sex with somebody who's Megan Fox's body with old Leonard Nimoy's head, right? And so the question was, wait a minute. What about the neck? He said Leonard Nimoy, that's a no then. But yeah, in the same way, very conflicted.
Open your hands now!
Yeah, oh man. Oh, so good. It's like, I don't know what to tell you.
Forgive me, sire of the palace, the realm. They are not.
Like, Sure, I mean, I think she's a great actor. I've seen her in other stuff, right? I feel she's being really demeaned right now, right? I feel because the dress of this character is that of like a little old English butler, right? That kind of like little librarian, old English, like that's the dress of the. But I feel she's being very much demeaned because she was cast on her skin color, right? I think they said, well, we can make Lucian a black woman, right? Why not? It's a minor. I'm like, I just feel it's very demeaning to whoever this actress is, and I'm happy she got the job, right? I'm genuinely happy she got the job, and I'm sure they will do a great job, right? But like, you know, we have a shared cultural visual language, right? And so you're saying in this version, are you trying to do something that will be jarring, go against that visual language? Because that's what this is. Or are you trying to say there is no difference? So I don't understand. Because if you're telling me that like there is no, you can't see any difference between this and a little old man, a little old white man in this app. You can't see any difference. I see no difference. The same picture, exactly the same thing. You can see no difference. But at the same time, you say that one of those people's skin color will always make them hunted and a victim, right? And always make them subject and to oppression, right? And the other one won't. Well, in that case, you can't say the same fucking thing, then, can you? Right? It seems like you choose a lane, okay? And it's a minor character, right? But it feels like to me, this person, fantastic actress. And I'm not saying that to get out of jail free. To say, oh, this is, oh God, because the crazies, they think that. So, oh, you're only saying that, so I can't say you're racist. Well, that's one way of looking at it. Or you could just say, I'm not fucking racist, you fucking morons, right? Because I'm not. Like, I find this offensive. I find you using someone's identity offensive. And this really that's what this one feels like. I'm sorry. You know, I would say call a digging implement a digging implement, but boy, would I not say that.
Not as you left them. With you gone, the realm began to decay and crumble.
I mean, again, it's like, haven't we learned from the MCU Phase 1? If you stick to the source material, it's better, right? It's actually better. Red number 1 says, just so you know, I don't consider Series 11 of Doctor Who and Beyond canon. Me either, mate. Me either. Okay, we're on the same page. I've done some 13 Doctor videos on my. Oh, look, DM me, mate. Or when you tweet them out, like put at me, and I'll as long as they're not deeply like, you know, see, oh, you know, as long as they're not that, I will totally fall for them. Anyway, back to Sandman, and look how freaking gorgeous this looks.
The dreams and nightmares no longer seem to recognize.
Yeah, I mean, again, look, Death is a qualitatively different character, but why is she dressed the same then? Like, again. So it's very difficult for me to evaluate this on its own merits when it's very clearly aping the comic, yet subverting it. And if it's a new, you can't say it's a new character in the same character. Again, it's that decision making, right? That says having textbooks in schools that show children giving blowjobs to adults, which there are. That decision-making matrix is the same one that drove this young lady's casting, and it's a bit demeaning to her.
Players no longer seem to recognize their monster.
I mean, honestly, there is room to build characters from the ground up and take characters out, right? I understand why you wouldn't want to do that to a Corinthian. Like, you wouldn't want to make it, and like, yeah, the villain is, okay, fine. But I know you're going to say this is sacrilege because they're like legacy DC characters, but you can't think of it in those terms. Cain and Abel, right? And don't make them look like they're the original versions because they're not anymore. They're different. They're new characters, right? They could be squabbling old black women, right? I don't know. They totally could be. But again, you've got to make it a new character, right? If it doesn't exude the essence of the character, which whoever it is, I think Joseph Simons maybe, doesn't of Lucian, right? Very physically is very, very, very different. Doesn't have the same presence at all. Whereas Lawrence Fishburne really, really carried Perry White, right? Because he has that way a character, right? I don't feel that she has the same. It's not balance, the balance of weightiness of the character. I just don't think she has it. All right, so it's a different character at that point. Okay.
Remind him. He's free. He's out of his cage.
Oh look. Okay, so that's Corinthian. I mean, cool. I again, it looks like it's different from the comic, but with the same kind of themes. Of course, he's a white man. Like, let's not change that. I mean, I don't know. It's a little bit. Look, Neil, mate, you're a writer, which means you're in the publishing industry. You're very successful within the publishing industry, right? Which means you're ground zero for this bullshit we're seeing across the entirety of culture, right? Publishing, especially YA, was ground zero, right? Here's the thing. Compassion is a good thing, right? Generally speaking, compassion is a good thing. But compassion, like anything that is unregulated, unbound, untamed, becomes very destructive, right? You can't have compassion for somebody. Kids now, there are kids in schools now who are allowed to identify as animals and they can just growl and purr, right? That's not good for them. I'm sorry, that's not identity. That's a piss take. And, good on them. They should be able to take the piss, right? Their justification is death was black in one issue of the original one. No, she wasn't. I saw, no. That was like squint and you miss it. And no, the point was, right? And here's the clever bit about it. The point was that when you're in different cultures, the endless mutate into versions of that culture, right? Which is lovely. That's great. We're in the culture right now where a goth death is right. Right? If you want to go to an ancient African culture, which is what that issue did, right? Oh man, I'm frozen. If you want to go to an ancient African culture, which is what that issue did, that's fine. That's fine. But again, don't pretend in our culture don't say in our culture I see no difference between a little black woman and a little black man, a little white man, right? I see no difference between a little black woman and a little white man, and say one of those people will face eternal, indelible, unending oppression, while the other one won't, and say that will have no effect whatsoever, right? In fact, you'd say it does have an effect, which is why you shoehorn in, all these new identities in the guise of saying, we want to be inclusive. I don't know what to tell you, mate. I don't know what to tell you. I see Indiana Jones and me are very different, right? I'm a fat Jewish man. When Indiana Jones was a fat Jewish boy. I had really nothing I could see myself in Indiana Jones, right? However, I relate to Indiana Jones, and I'm all for. We do live in a more multicultural world now than we did 30 years ago, 40 years ago. Have more multicultural stories. Absolutely. That sounds great, right? That sounds fantastic. I don't understand why not build them from the ground. You don't even have to build them from the ground up, This is what I'll do with the James Bond franchise, right? Because I don't think James Bond can be a black man or a woman, right? Of any description. I mean, being a damaged misogynist, who has sex with women relentlessly to dull the pain of his internal rage and guilt, right? Doesn't really work on a chick, right? So that's the first thing. He's from an ancient aristocratic English family who were universally white, right? Yes, I say this every time. In the 70s, there was a huge influx of black people into the aristocracy. Still would make it a fundamentally different character at that point. So why not make a new character? But this is what you should do, right? Do a James Bond movie starring Tom Hiddleston, obviously. And it has in it a girl spy that he works with and a black spy, because you've got to have those skin colors, right? That's very important to you. And then you spin both those other ones off into their own franchises. Then you can stagger releases. You can basically have a movie a year. You make a lot more money, have a lot more franchise, have a lot more going on, right? And they can be a lot more fun, right? I know, Idris Elba and Gal Gadot, right? Okay, I'll watch that. You'll watch that. We'll all and do it in the James Bond universe, that James Bond style, right? But give it its own spin upon that. Build it from the ground up, and we'll all go fucking watch it, you bloody morons, right? It's not fucking hard. Build characters from the ground fucking up. And if you're gonna gender swap or race swap a character, then have the bloody courtesy, if they don't fit the character, to write something new for them. You lazy cunts. Oh, God. Again, Lawrence Fishburne exuded Perry White, right? Didn't have to change a thing. He was the perfect freaking casting for that character. Jeffrey Wright didn't really work as Gordon, right? I'm not sure if Jeffrey Wright didn't, or what's his name? Twilight. Pretty Boy Twilight, right? I'm not sure which one. Maybe he did work as Gordon, while what's his name didn't work as Batman. I couldn't tell, right? It was just too long and boring to work out. I'll keep going. Why is this Ben fucking Affleck, flying around with the batarangs and swinging? I like all that shit. Make it look like the comic. Oh, we're back to that again. And if Ben Affleck doesn't want to, if he's in rehab, get John Hamm. It's not hard. Oh, God, I feel like I've got to do all the thinking for Hollywood, and it's not that much thinking. Like, it's not like it takes much time out my day. I'm spending more time trying to work out how not to get my cat to break out, my blind fucking cat to break out the house, because he's too soft and have to have a fight, right? That's what's going on. That takes a lot more work. That's a lot more stress than fixing Hollywood. That's how easy it is to fix fucking Hollywood. Anyway, back to Sandman. Again, fucking awesome. Again, backwards, forwards, backwards. And there's Patton as well. Fuck off, Patton. And so say all of us. So say all of us. So there you go. Bit of Sandman action for you. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring that little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.